You know you guys can yield, right?
He's trying to yield in a sense. He's trying to run away.
I don't know what to do.
Suppose I did fry his wisdom, so.
Big snide remarks at the enemies.
Basically all I can do.
I mean, does Leo really need to do much more? It's clean up now, right?
Yeah, 'cause I mean, everything I have is short range, and everything is far away.
Wait, where'd the boss go?
I was wondering that. I must have completely missed what happened to her.
She sunk something, and you couldn't see her afterwards.
Oh. Right, I have a thing for that.
Glitter dust?
Oh, I have see invisibility.
Oh.
Because I am aberrant bloodline.
Sweet.
Casting, see invisibility.
In that case, I'm presuming that's a second level spell.
Yeah.
I'm going to use our see invisibility and see if I can see the leader.
You can.
Shit.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Leo casts something and then shouts down to Keith. The leader's about 10 foot south of you.
Wait, what?
She's 10 feet in front of you. Back up.
She's invisible.
The illusion is the illusion.
And it's not like that. Come on, that one. Move action.
Lie down beside the cliff.
Yeah, basically into the rubble pile. Slide down. I think that's my movement. Difficult terrain confuses me.
Difficult terrain be difficult.
He's moving in. Leo's basically giving a play-by-play to Keith.
Oh crap.
That must feel awful. Oh, it's getting close. It's like when you can't see the spider, but like someone else can see it and it's getting closer to you.
Mm-hmm.
Things are heating up.
He's going to hack down into you with one of her axes.
Oh no. That hits.
He's visible again.
She is.
Ow.
It's a shame you can't escape windily.
Also, she has an extra. Also, there's an extra thing when her axe hits you.
Sneak attack.
Her axe goes up in flames as if it's covered in alchemist fire.
No. Okay.
Have fun with that.
If you're calling dibs, come take the fucking axe from her!
Yeah. Alchemist fire also set people on fire, it does, right?
Yes.
For one turn.
And you're not on fire, Dave.
Ah, son of a.
At least you're already on the ground, so rolling's not an issue.
This appears to be a problem.
Oh, Michaela.
Are you okay, Cave?
Take the fucking axe from her!
Okay.
Request. By the heat of the goddess. Burning disarm. Not moving there. Yeah, she can do that. She can do that with a quick cast level boost, which she can do. That's fine. Well, she has a choice to drop her axe. Does she want to drop her axe?
I'll take it. Give it to me. Come on.
She will choose to drop that axe.
Oh, good, she's got two.
Of course. What good rogue doesn't?
She didn't particularly want to take 19 points of fire damage.
Holy shit!
Damn.
Fair point.
Damn, Mikhail.
Kate dodges out of the way as she drops the axe. It's like, oh, Jesus!
The axe was burning her ass around it.
Keith versus 1000-degree axe.
Oh, God.
Well, a stoic throughout this entire thing, of course.
Just drops on Keith and Keith dies.
Hey, get away from her, please. Rain's going to.
Please? Fuck her up.
Did you say please?
I did! But the please is going to be punctuated with a longsword.
How many bladed dashes do you have prepared to do, as I'm assuming you're using it again?
2.
If you can get
but I'm
straight
actually
below
going
her.
to. But I'm going to swift action, spend 2 of my Arcana to recall it, and then spell combat bladed dash.
Also, how much longer does this field have? If you can get below
I think it's
her.
got 2. I think I can move there. It's right here. Yeah, I can.
This has got another round to it.
Yeah, it's got another round. So
Next time,
yeah, just pro combat.
Does Keith have
Keith?
like a dagger or something?
Yeah, does she have a melee weapon?
Keith is. I did describe her as shattering her umbrella at the beginning of combat, so no, currently.
Dang.
She has no.
Not drawn.
Well, at least I'll get flanking with Vayne.
Let me have such like sharp your butter knife for her.
Then... Okay, still. Let's see. There's bladed dash attack,
Oh my god!
and then the regular attack.
Does not confirm.
You might want to stamina that last one.
Yeah, I'll spend. Oh wait, Dark. Which one was stamina and which one was?
The yellow bar is stamina. The blue bar is your Arcana.
Okay, I'll spend 3 stamina points on the.
And Arcana though as well, so that should be down.
Yeah,
There you go.
I fixed just in case I had done that wrong. So yeah, 3 stamina on that one, so it's 17.
One misses.
Oh well, still hit her for 7 and 2. So 9 cold. Shing.
And so he bravely ran away, ran away, ran away.
No! Oh wait, he's still in range.
Hasn't exited the battlefield yet. He didn't have enough movement to get out. Focus.
Tried his hardest, but he failed.
Hey Leo,
Yo.
crossbow bolt.
Wait, what? From what? Oh, from him. Ah, well, that misses.
Yeah, he's still up there.
He was moving hyperspeed.
Pew, pew. Well, at least the second one hit him.
Yeah, second one certainly did.
Pin him to the ground.
Yes!
Barely.
I got him!
Hi, Cave.
Keith first is going to move action as she's.
Actually, first you're going to be on fire.
I was going to recommend possibly delaying until after Leo, just in case we can take her down.
Nope, can't. Mostly because I'm panicking.
Just saying, if Leo gets to heal, he'll also be flanking with Rain.
Yeah, that
first
was
is a
why
move
I was
action.
going to move there.
First, as a move action, Keith is going to immediately draw her fingers towards herself, lightning between her fingers, and the orb is going to zip over here. So I need a reflex save from her.
Nope.
What?
Nope. She only beat a cantrip.
Oh. Keith's cantrip.
Okay. So that would be. Why am I blind? There it is. 7 points of damage.
She takes it.
And she will also, because she's on fire and I don't want to mess with any concentration checks. You know, I always said I would never really cast this, but I guess I'm casting it. As I'm going to. Oh, she's probably higher level than me.
Just bear in mind as you're casting things that you are on fire and she is standing next to
That's
you.
why I'm casting. No,
threatening.
that's why I'm not casting any spells.
You were literally saying casting.
It's a magical ability. It's not casting.
Come on.
Right.
You don't really
Okay.
need to plan your turns ahead of time.
I thought I did. This is, panicking. Oh, I'll do this. Standard action. Keith, in a bit of a panic, will, as she was drawing the lightning cloud towards her, in the same motion, draw her cloak over her as she will disappear in a flurry of little sparkles and doing a little disappearing act underneath her cape.
And where does the disappearing act reappear?
She will reappear. Ooh, not quite far enough.
Here's your cloak once per day used up.
Yep. She will appear here.
You reappeared on fire.
Yep.
Ryder?
Let's see, what's the range on my longbow?
Are we talking sniping that guy still?
Yeah.
Range?
Look,
It
look.
definitely has range.
50 other people can deal with the one person who's like in the middle of stones.
Ha!
Jesus Christ.
Stamina.
I don't recommend it.
I
It's
don't
12
think it's
damage.
gonna count. But yeah, it's probably
Stamina.
I mean,
Stamina.
you can stamina if you want to. It's up to you.
I spend one.
Don't
He'll
do it.
be
already-
unconscious. That'll be 24 damage on him minimum.
Yeah, he will
Fine.
die.
These guys have like 30 something hit points. It's fine.
They really
If he-
don't.
Fine,
If
no
the crit-
stamina.
Yeah, if he stamina's the crit, That's 31 extra damage.
And he already took a lot of damage too.
Yeah. He's gotten
Bye.
shot by him once already, if I remember rightly.
Yep.
And we need
And,
to leave
hey.
someone to tell the story if he does get away.
And we
Look, all these people are probably still fine.
the people that we bring in alive are going to tell the story. How we just popped out of nowhere while they were trying to break into a house,
Anything,
beat the crap out of them.
No, that's all.
Move
Yeah.
action. Run over the rubble. Where's it gone? There we go.
Yeah, there's a hit.
I'd certainly hope so.
Zippity zappity.
She's still up.
He's still standing. Huh.
Sadly, since you've used up the touch attack, you're no longer threatening her.
She might have also had the time to like.
Actually, it's
I mean, I shouldn't be. By the normal aberrant long limbs, it's only
no,
on
but that's
touch
not by the
attacks.
version that I've given. I'm running with Leo.
Oh. Nice.
He has super stretchy arms.
The one I'm running with Leo explicitly states it does work for melee attacks. So
I mean, she's just gonna 5-foot step out of flanking now. Oh, she
can't.
can't.
You
Yeah, she can't.
Yeah, hooray.
What do you do?
Battlefield control.
You can still give up.
Surrender. That is the best option you have available to you.
Yes,
It's
I
kind
do
of the
recommend you
only
surrender now. You're kind of not in a good spot.
move there, which does provoke.
Oh dear.
Well, I don't think she's moving
option.
past, but
Oh, dang it.
Well, I
This
hit.
fucking backhands her.
as you do, just solidly punch her up the side of the face.
Oh no, I don't. Of course. Sad times.
Wait a minute. How much health does she have left? No, the backhand didn't take her down.
Oh, come on. Do you have anything that can add damage?
Well, Rin, you take.
As she's going to go ahead and drink another vial.
Oh wait, no, I missed you missing.
I do still have see invisibility still running if
No one
it's
else can see her,
vanished.
but Leo still can see her outline.
Ah, she's invisible again, right there. Points.
Kayla, cast flame.
Leo, the
blast.
goddess believes in you. However, first, actually.
You're gonna pray instead of putting me out?
Maybe she was praying for rain.
I gave you an umbrella and you what?
Help you use that umbrella. Create water. Suddenly 10 gallons of water appears right above Kif's head.
Ah, thank you.
Sploosh. You're no longer on fire.
Yay.
Sploosh.
You're now drowning.
I'm still technically prone. Or wait, or could I have stood up during teleportation?
I still say you're prone.
Okay, I'm gonna stay prone. That makes sense.
Hey Rain,
you-
hold on for a moment.
Checking the things I have.
Nah, just hold on for a moment. I got this.
Sure, she's invisible.
I got this.
Okay, sure.
There's a fun thing about the invisibility spell and its weaknesses.
Yeah, I'll delay till after Nathan.
Even?
Dustman gonna be so mad.
Standard action. I use my boots to enact flying. I would like to grab just like. Would you let me grab some just like dirt and stuff on my way out?
Sure.
And I'm still hasted, so I can just fly above her and just drop a bunch of dirt and leaves and little rocks right above her,
As everyone sees
creating a nice little outline.
she has been located. Nathan has located her position, I suppose, as he just kind of sprays all this down on the tile. Standing. How high in the air are you flying?
Probably like, what was that? 8 feet? So yeah, like 10 feet up.
Okay. As you see Nathan kind of standing there, the little decorative wings on his boots now flapping.
Okay, Rain, get her.
Cast Chill Touch.
Uh-oh. And I put him walk up, deliver.
Chill Touch. Walk up. Hi there. And he's just going to bop her in the head.
Oh, not been fully. She still has some concealment, but this is certainly better for you.
And touch attack.
Stamina and hope for concealment.
Yeah, let's throw on 2 stamina.
She will, as an immediate action, activate an ability to dodge,
Hmm. So
and she will shift herself.
rude.
Cave.
Who can't see her.
Ah, you son of a.
I mean, you can kind of see her outline, I suppose, still. Thanks, Nathan.
Technically, I don't think so.
There's a move action there.
As Nathan sees like a sparky cloud flying underneath him now.
Second move action. I'm going to sacrifice my standard action for another move action, and I'm going to do this.
Does it move the cloud again?
And I'm going to just kind of do a zigzag pattern, try to hit something.
Roll to dodge.
I think that succeeds.
I think it does against the thundercloud. Yeah. Wouldn't against an illusion. Ryder, you.
The mud and stuff washed off, yeah, so we don't know where she is. Or is she
Yeah.
still like?
No, I mean, I kind of just dropped stuff on her as a free action, so it probably all just came off when she moved.
I don't suppose she
Probably.
was revealed when the cloud moved through, and there was like, I don't know, a weird human-shaped bubble.
Really? She managed to avoid the cloud.
Fair.
You cannot steal my kill. Sort all of you.
I just like the idea that Leo
trying.
is just going to walk up and punch her in the face and knock her out.
Wait, it's wet and muddy, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
it's a little
been
bit muddy.
raining.
Raining.
Can I see footprints, like indents in the floor?
Can, though it's a standard action to try and locate that way.
Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind.
Oh, just a reminder.
You could
Yeah, it's
literally just
lovable.
delay until after my turn. I can still see
know.
her.
Don't kill Steel.
It's competition, man.
Then
Yeah,
work
but-
out a way.
I've buried her. Drop bow, grab shield. Run on the line! As I guess Ryder wouldn't actually encounter anything, but he's basically holding his shield in front of him, like trying to run into something.
Leo's watching this and he just sighs, face palms, shakes his head, walk, and
Yeah, she just needs a hit, probably.
looking grass.
Oh, that's a chill touch because it's non-lethal though.
Zap.
Chill touch isn't only for that's frostbite.
Yeah, frostbite. I mean.
Leo,
Mhm.
your golden, your golden and covered hands reach out and just seem to touch nothing, and then suddenly everyone just kind of sees sparks fly.
And that's how you do
He's
it.
right there. How did I miss?
Oh,
she
that's
was
where
invisible.
she was.
She was very
Dang it.
acrobatic.
Yeah, she shifted out of the way. I saw while I was next to her.
Wait, she disappeared? What?
She is dead.
Oh, dead. Okay.
Damn it,
Turns
Leo.
to goo.
He shrugs. These things happen.
Yeah, but she was the leader.
And
And?
rage.
Combat is over.
Either we could have done that, or we could have spent the next half an hour with you all flailing wildly in the air, hoping to possibly
Could've-
hit something.
You could have tried something a bit less deadly, like punching her in the head.
Yes, because
Or hitting her with a
punching
coin.
her in the head with a massive chunk of metal is so gentle on people.
It's gentler than electrocuting her like that.
Thanks, Michaela.
Not really.
Okay, let's work on stabilizing all these other guys.
Everyone, including the downed bandits, you know what's coming.
Is it heals?
Now, was Leo the only one not hurt in that combat?
Probably.
You've got
I
two
can't.
exactly.
I think Nathan wasn't hurt either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't take any damage, and I have none. I have temporary hit points.
Were you even targeted?
No.
See him. He was too small.
Kaith opens her hand and crushes her hand, and Cloudy collapses into a point and disappears. Well,
Sister.
thanks.
Well, at least.
Yeah, Nathan, I suppose, helps get that guy down from up on the cliff.
You know, at arrow point. Sparkling lightning arrow point.
As we use up all our rope.
I mean, the main thing is you're flying and hasted. You can basically do what you want up there.
Yeah, what's he gonna do? Stop me? I'd like
I
to see
mean,
him
I'm
try.
unconscious, so he's not stopping you anyway.
Eh. Oh, I thought he would wake up from because I didn't do that much damage to him, knock him out.
That's fair. He was only barely unconscious, so you can just knock him back out with another arrow.
It's easier to just make him walk down
That's fair.
than
Just holding a lightning bow 5 feet above him.
yep.
Oh, don't forget to grab that axe of hers. I know someone
Oh, you mean
wanted
this
it.
one?
Yeah, we're going to loot all these guys. So
It shows the axe within her cloak. She teleported with it.
there you go.
Didn't really mean to grab it, but it kind of got caught in the cloak's wave. So
It's good enough. Still got it.
Keith walks over here. As she walks over, she hands the axe off to Rain,
Thank you.
and she'll take a seat on this rock.
Let's see. What's this anyway? Detect magic. Identify the thing.
Detect magic.
Nope.
Brain does. Doesn't. That's
Leo doesn't have a clue about magical fury anyway, so who cares?
that's a fair point. More of a rogue than he is a. He's a roguey summoner.
I mean, he kind of does if
Sorcerer.
he's arcane bloodline, but otherwise,
He's arcane blood and he can't identify.
that's true.
Or you could just let me have a look at it.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure Nathan can identify things as a class feature.
it's also
I would like to confirm one of Nathan's class features is if he spends 1 minute examining an object, he automatically identifies it unless it is cursed or an artifact.
that's a fair point. Yeah, Brain will pass it over to Nathan.
And just as I said before, Nathan identifies this is not magical.
Well,
Sorry, I missed you saying it wasn't magic.
It's simply a masterwork. I'm trying to think of what kind of axe it is. It's a masterwork axe. Probably battle axe, yes.
Nice. Well, it's really nicely made. Probably sell for a pretty penny.
It appears whatever flaming thing happened for was not magically happened to.
Yeah,
Hands are
maybe
just
she
really oily.
could have been. She was an alchemist from the look of it, so at the very least she liked throwing bombs and stuff.
You guys got them all tied up nicely?
I think I heard Amaya say something about her dad doing something like that. I don't think it's a magic trick.
Probably not. Yeah, let's double check that they're tied up.
Yeah.
Leo looks down the well.
It
Yep.
stares back.
It's not down there. A bucket. A few coins.
Mm.
What else?
Old dancing lights to get a better look down there, but I'm not expecting anything.
There's a frog!
Nope.
I'm
No one
sure,
drink the water.
sure the frog is very happy.
Probably not.
Actually, considering where we are, is it an undead frog?
You don't think so from this distance.
I don't trust it.
Why? I mean, I was going up to the boarded up building.
It's just like we ever try again here for some reason. I presume it's not scrap.
But you
I
can't
missed
really,
his house whenever we first saw it, so
you can't really see a lot. Yeah, the place is mostly boarded up. There's a couple of boards at the bottom already missing.
maybe this
But
was their
it's not.
hideout.
But it would not really be that comfortable to kind of like the gap that they create is a fairly narrow gap. Like you certainly couldn't go through in your armor.
Why would they have boarded up their own hideout?
Well, I mean, maybe it wasn't them boarding it up. Maybe it was just them like.
Let's ask. Kate says as she casts Mage Hand and taps the one directly in front of her on the cheek to wake him up.
Mind.
Hi. Yes. Sorry about the whole situation here, business and all. But we have a bit of curiosity about why you were busy ransacking that house.
Our boss was looking for someone.
Someone. Interesting. We're also looking for someone. Rather lithe figure, judging from the footprints.
Not expecting more information though. Boss didn't tell us who it was.
That's unfortunate.
With orders, we follow orders.
That's dreadfully boring.
Pretty boring as our profession can be.
I mean, from the sound of it, we carry the sort of the same profession, less illegal though. And we all know what we do. I think you should probably work on a workers' contract. Maybe form a union.
You're definitely a city girl.
Ah, guilty as charged. Though I do know one thing about, working. You tend to overhear things that most bosses generally don't intend to tell you directly. Do you happen to know if you overheard anything?
I know exactly what I did, and I didn't overhear.
Are you really asking for a bribe in the situation you're currently in?
She kind of glares at you. Why didn't you try to persuade him? I say, well, are you trying to scare him into just like, come on, you will tell us.
I mean,
You're in a position of power, so
I'm not intimidating. I'm literally just talking to them. I'm very casual about this.
okay.
Ryder, they're being difficult.
I'd rather
Uh,
not. I'd rather not get my barbarian, so I'd rather stay rather diplomatic.
I think I'd rather stick to this. I think I'd rather stick to this chick.
Yeah, I think you rather should. Honestly, the barbarian meathead over there is a bit rough.
I still wait for those guys. Points to the pile of corpses.
I can be
Yeah.
gentle as he watches Leo
Actually, it was-
slide under a door.
You only-
Didn't know.
technically, in total, only 3 people are actually corpses. So, and then there are 2 which are casualties but not dead, and then the rest of them are fine. Roughly.
Yeah. Well, at least you're wise enough.
Oh, rip.
Panning the scene elsewhere as Kate's doing the interrogation, as Leo kind of wriggles his way inside. I imagine his dancing light's following him.
Yeah.
You kind of raise up your ginger head off after wriggling out from under the boards. Yeah, there is someone in there.
Dusts himself off, heads over. Is it breathing?
Yes, they're breathing. They're not particularly old. Teenager, somewhere between your and Nathan's age. Maybe 13.
Leo will head back to the opening and shout underneath the boards. Hey, Michaela! If you come to the entrance here and use your Healy burst thing, will it hit the far corner of the room?
Most likely.
Can you?
If I must. By the light of the goddess.
Vroom.
Yay, my 1 hit point.
Ah.
As you definitely see the light kind of glow over the unconscious teen. Doesn't seem to wake him, though it definitely seems to close up some of his wounds.
Huh. Well, at least he's not bleeding out now.
Doesn't look like he was bleeding out before, just miraculously he managed to stabilise himself early.
Assuming he
Very
was.
rough shape.
Leo has a -1 heal, so he was just sort of
That's
assuming he would be bleeding out.
Breathing, if barely.
Yeah. Alright, well.
He looks very ordinary to Leo otherwise. He's dark brown haired. A little bit styled, but not by someone who actually knows any way properly of styling it, just to try and look a bit nicer. Fairly pale, and not pale, kind of deep, kind of average-ish fair skin tone.
Well,
And nothing really stands out about him. He's kind of wearing this kind of peasant tunic, very poor, the kind of thing that you could pick up for a couple of coppers.
well, considering Leo currently has an amazing 17 strength, he's basically going to drag the person over to this side of the doorway. So it's more in the natural light, and so others can perhaps see through the gaps in the boards to see who it is. Well, I think we found who was being chased before. He looks pretty average, really. Not sure why anyone would be chasing him.
Ryder, you can make me a geography check, by the way, upon seeing him. Meanwhile, we'll jump back to Kate for the moment.
Looks like my friends found who you guys were looking for. He's not gonna eat them or anything like that. I'm assuming he's not terribly dangerous.
I said, boss didn't tell us who it was, other than they wanted them alive. That's all I know.
Judging from the amount of healing magic going on there, you almost failed at that.
None of us are healers. We had a couple of potions, and that's about it.
Well, but as I was saying, for things that you overheard,
Be honest, not a lot that's that exciting to you. not that much that's that exciting to you. I mean, it depends, though. What are you interested in, girl?
Well,
You
we
think
found
you
where.
think yourself a hero? Is that what it is?
Uh, I suppose that's one way of putting it. I wouldn't be as grandiose to call myself a hero, though. But if you're gonna put words in my mouth,
All I know is some imperial big shots had hired my boss and her boss, for that matter.
well, I can tell you you were partially successful. Um, we found the location where the original murdering happened. It seemed like someone from the Arcane University who studies and practices necromancy, not of the undead variety, but of the life-giving variety, was murdered, their throat slit, and then left to the skeletons out in the woods. The person within this house seems to have been a traveling partner for said person and ran away and later was pursued by you and your friends. The original assassin who killed the arcane teacher, though, seemed to have got away. I don't know if the your boss is related.
I couldn't tell you that. I don't know about any assassination.
Fair enough. However, you do know this local area, I assume. You seem to be locally sourced banditry.
Kind of looks at you.
Now, tell me, where would a person of the arcane disposition and someone with enough motivation to get a school of magic tattooed onto their arm go?
Now, there isn't a whole lot of big magic things around here. I mean, the local town's got a magic shop in it, and there's a couple, and I know there's like a wizardy person in one of the libraries in town as well.
Wizardy person in the library.
But other than that, there's not a whole lot of magic around here. I guess you count the priests.
That's what I assumed. She certainly seemed of the arcane disposition, or at least a very learned person like our kind Michaela, who's currently tending to your query. And doesn't really matter though. She's dead now. Um, hmm. Uh, question for more for my personal curiosity. How much were you paid for this?
Our exact share kind of peers around the others. Perhaps not the best to mention at the moment.
You
but
really didn't. You're not discussing your wages. What did I tell you about unions? The knowledge is power. The more power you have, is better negotiation tactics you can have.
Suddenly I'm looking suspiciously at him now, the one you're interrogating.
Oh wow! Even that's another reason why you have a union to keep people honest about what they do.
I can tell you though, the big shots who wanted whoever this was, they were rolling in it.
Interesting.
I'm talk we're talking like many digits.
Oh,
I think 5.
oh.
Of course, being split down, we'll never even get a taste of anything like that. But
Case looks over his shoulder at what the party down south is doing. That means that person is rather important. Hmm.
as said, I'm just hired muscle.
You keep referring to your boss's bosses. I don't suppose you heard the name.
Or do we ever refer to them as the bosses?
Sure, none of you heard anything?
The others kind of look around.
I mean, from what I can understand, your union has failed you. Um,
Corel.
ah, there we go. There's a good guy. Keith will stand up, and I assume the guy in the back right said that.
Yeah.
She'll walk by and tuck a gold piece into. You know what? She'll just like put it in his mouth because he's tied up and doesn't really have a place to go. She'll tuck a gold piece in his guy's mouth.
It's not.
There you go. You hold on to that.
Ryder,
Correct.
meanwhile, looks at the person through the gaps in the boards.
Kind Rangers, I mean, he's like looked at him and went, "Oh, he looks bad," and then is kind of watching Keith like, I don't know, apparently give a showman's spiel all the way over, and it's like, what is she
You do note some things looking at this person, though.
talking?
Definitely, I mean, definitely just by kind of looking at their general combination, like their build and their moreover, if nothing else, also, you know, the kind of the more subtle ethnic traits. Hellenic. They're definitely part. They are definitely from the nation to the south, necromancy place.
Do people often come up out of Deathland?
Yeah, it happens. I mean, especially given you're quite close to the border right now, it happens.
Okay.
You know, they're not your enemy. There's just a lot of bad shit there. But moreover, something is striking you odd though about him. It's kind of hard for Ryder to place properly, but almost a sixth sense that there's something slightly off. You can't place your finger on what it is.
Raider just like leans down and pokes his face. Wonder why we're so interested in them. At least suggest some avoid down here.
I mean, overall, they look pretty normal to you, though, in every way.
Yeah, don't know.
They look like someone who's probably grown up on a farm, if you just kind of judge by their attire and their general build.
I mean, it
Some
could,
other like heavy like labor profession.
it could just be, getting rid of witnesses if he'd seen the murder.
That's true. Or he may know something.
Guess we won't really know until he wakes up. Who says
Should
he starts rummaging through the person's things, seeing if... Well, not taking anything, but seeing if he's got, like, I don't know, a fucking ID card or something. Diary. A hastily scrawled note in his own blood or something. I don't know.
He has very little on him. Practically nothing at all. Not even the crossbow, which possibly he even lost that in the river. Pretty much isn't carrying anything at this point. Just the ripped up clothes he's got.
Yeah, well, nothing on him. Nothing out there.
Should I go get that crowbar and start taking down all these planks so we can get him out there proper?
Does it look like I can just shove him underneath the boards?
It would be very comfortable for him, but he's unconscious.
Yeah, I mean, just sort of, here, grab his
The
ankles.
rider on the other side, you could pull him through.
Yeah, just grab his ankles.
That feels kind of mean.
He's unconscious. He's not going to complain.
Doesn't mean it isn't mean, but sure.
I mean, he fit to get under here in the first place.
Yeah, but like, still. Raider will take extra care not to bump him on anything.
Roll your strength check to force him through the door.
No.
Not needed.
There you go.
Hey.
Somehow Leo's horribly stretched and weird-looking arms managed to wiggle him underneath.
Leo, no.
What? This is why he has that strength right now. He's getting a +4 from aberrant bloodline.
Looks like they're succeeding. There we go. There's the person. Kate snaps her fingers and turns her hand around, showing the gold coin. The gold coin in the guy's mouth disappeared because that was the illusion, and this is also an illusion. But then she snaps her hand again, making the illusion in her hand disappear, and then the mage hand behind him drops the gold coin into his bound hands.
Because you just have to overcomplicate things every time.
Yeah, cases do magic tricks. It's fun.
Entertaining your prisoners.
Yeah. Well, once the guy's out of the door, Leo will do a quick look around the room he was in, make sure nothing was like stashed in a shadowy corner or something, and then wiggle out himself.
No, nothing appears to be stashed in here.
Yeah, no. Leo sees nothing.
The only thing Leo does see in here is a ripped up piece of cloth that you think he was trying to self-bandage with.
Huh.
But clearly didn't work.
I was right, he was bleeding out and needed help. Yeah. Totally saved his life.
Well, he's out. In retrospect, well, it's good that we got him. We now have to carry, what, 6-ish bandits back to town?
Well, we don't exactly have to carry them.
The raft will not carry that many.
We can march
Unfortunately,
it.
it looks like we're going to have to walk.
We have to herd from wherever.
Sooner or later, Keith, you will get used to walking.
Haven't yet?
Yeah, but it's because at the moment you avoid it as much as you can. If you just sort of grit your teeth and get on with it, you'll get used.
Nevertheless. Still, I can't say I'm familiar with this Curel figure. It doesn't really sound like a great name. Rain, I don't suppose you've heard of Curel?
I don't think I have.
Sounds ethnic.
Knowledge checks, probably not. Yeah, no, It's like maybe in the military and professional soldier covers that, but
I mean, maybe people in town will know if it's the local
Yeah.
bandit baddie.
yeah, that's more likely. Give them a look.
Well, I guess we're drawing a blank. This is going to be a sort of an object of curiosity of ours. I don't suppose you could give us a little bit more information about this figure?
You don't want to mess with them?
Gather that much.
Honestly, though, we don't tend to see Corel too much.
Too much?
Well, they're not in the base most of the time.
But they have to come from somewhere.
Well, yeah, but I don't know where they go when they're not at camp.
Interesting.
Probably moonlighting with all his fancy contacts.
That would make sense.
Fancy contacts?
Yeah, this guy said, oh, hey, sorry, Nathan, you're quiet. Didn't notice you're behind me.
Wait, like nobles fancy?
I don't know. They look expensive, have like silk.
Nobles.
Could be
Probably
both.
nobles. Could be merchants.
Nobles or merchants, at least it narrows it down.
Nathan, do you know anything about etymological naming conventions in certain nations? I think Creole sounds. It has a certain dialect to it, I guess.
Guess I'll roll knowledge. What would that be? Local?
Yeah, you could try local, I suppose.
I'll roll local.
17? Probably not enough.
19.
You're not sure.
Ah,
The
Can any
name
of
is
you-
not an imperial name.
Can any of you make a
Not
sort of
imperial, it's not elegant.
anyone feeling up for making a sort of a fake accent? I assume you guys have heard him speak a little bit.
Like, look at each other. Some of them try, but the accents they give us so bad.
Ah, wow. Okay, need acting lessons. Got it.
What were you expecting, Keith?
I don't know. Some of them might be a closet actor, aspirations of taking to the stage later in their lives, but driven down
used to play the
low
lute.
because they're what?
One of them just
Play
brings
the
up,
lute.
I used to play the lute.
Oh, that's good.
As much as I love that Keith is, making new friends, can we maybe, I don't know, walk and talk?
Oh, I assume. It's fair. Yeah. You guys seem pleasant, but we have to get going. We have a person who is unconscious and likely highly wanted, and we have you guys.
Still raining. The group can set out then on their continuing their trek towards town, I suppose.
Yep.
I don't think we want to be trying to course or go to their camp.
Yeah.
Just now with an entourage of people just to hand into the guards.
Yeah, it's one of those
Still-
cases of please don't try running away. I really don't want to have to chase down and kill you.
And they see what you'll do and how ruthless you are.
Hey, if you're nice enough, I can negotiate and talk down your sentences. Say, oh, simple abandoned house robbery, stuff like that.
Keith, stop trying to unionize people.
It's what they need.
They're bandits, Keith.
Well,
They're
their
just
leadership
gonna
has
do it again.
obviously failed them.
Oh yeah, because they're bandits.
We're trying to put them on a better path.
Where's our union?
We have one.
Yeah, that's the mercenary guild.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
I mean, sure, we get sent off into terrible locations, but we get paid well.
It's very true, and we get to keep the loot. So
Yeah.
Go and trek your way towards the town, I suppose. If anyone would like to add to their inventories, 3 vials of acid and 3 vials of alchemist fire, they can be added.
Sure. I can find a use for that.
Yeah,
I-
you take that. I will never use it.
Yeah, I've already got a bunch of each.
yeah, I have spells to cover that.
But in that case, yeah, you make your trek towards town, which doesn't take that long, to be honest. You can certainly make your way there.
Which one of you played the lute?
It takes a bit of time. Plenty of time for Cave to learn about the artistic talents of the bandits.
Keith will make a lute. And actually, we'll basically let this guy untie this guy and let him play if he wants.
Fuck.
So he's being basically forced to play under gunpoint, but
No, I mean, if he doesn't want to play, I won't let him
Christian
play. But if he wants to.
Not bad though.
Dear.
He could have had such a career as a bard in theory, but no, he had to become a rogue instead.
I will say I've been spending a little bit too much time around Cadme after that sort of spiritual encounter. The ghost talking to me.
Yeah.
The group ends up arriving in Ranor Village, a quaint little town close to the border. It's not huge, but it has a number of buildings around. A small little library that doubles as the house of the local records keeper. A small magic shop, a small church, a surprisingly large guard compound, though that's more just because this is located close to where many of the old fortresses used to be.
Hmm.
And a number of houses and various things. None of it's too interesting, but an old man walks past you as you bring them all in, looking curiously through his straw hat.
Quaint folk.
A woman pulls her young child back into the house, weary of whoever you all are.
And easily intimidated. Something's been happening here, I guess.
I mean, I suppose it is kind of threatening to watch a bunch of teenagers rope a bunch of people dressed in burlap sacks into the middle of our town.
I suppose when you word it like that.
You can take them to the local guard building if you would like.
Going.
How reasonable do these people actually seem?
Define reasonable.
Like, are they here for just doing a job and they were paid for it, but otherwise they don't really have any form of malice against them? Are they or are they just assholes?
I think that varies. But a lot of them just seem like they don't have any better profession.
Well, okay. As I help negotiate turning them in, the ones that are nice and reasonable and they're just here to do a job because they were paid, I will say burglary, stuff like that. And the ones that were an asshole and are stubborn and bitter, I will say murder, attempted murder.
You're wanting to sway the guard sentencing on them?
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
if they're being
Petty.
reasonable,
Yeah.
see, more power to them. I'll be great. Help them out. But if they
Why don't you diplomatize the local guard captain?
Yeah, here, I can help with that.
I mean, they're all pretty ready to kill a child. I just have to point that out.
they didn't know who they were after.
Actually, Rain can't help.
Yeah, a rather old man. Is being the guard captain in this case. Well, probably an ex-war veteran, you'd judge. Who could probably tell you great story after great story, though at this point, how good he actually is a weapon is a good question.
Oh, he's like one of those gym coaches that teach at middle school. He just probably
Still, feel free to to try and sway him. Ugh. Social butterfly wizard.
yeah.
Does
Right, I see. Well, I can't make any promises, but I'll at least make note of all this for when the mayor puts down his judgments.
and just petty banditry.
It's difficult times around these parts. You understand, I'm assuming.
The local, well, with the undead raids and the farmsteads, I could certainly understand that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this will help you guys out a bit. Oh, by the way, Adventurers Guild. We're here for that contract that you hired out.
Nicola, your help's arrived. As you see, a very jaunty young blonde woman kind of pull out from behind in one of the back areas. Slightly mousy girl. Seemingly with like a logbook. She kind of bounces over. She does have she does seem to have the crest of the mercenary guild emblazoned on her coat though.
Ah, Nicola!
Yes. Hi there.
No?
Here to start the job.
And what a start it appears to be. She looks over all the tied up people being processed.
Thought we get a jump on it.
Rest.
Kind of along our way.
Oh, excellent. I'll just take down your names, but thank you for being here. I was worried no one wanted to take the contract. I'm kind of getting bored out here, to be honest.
Yeah,
Contract seems pretty simple. Well,
it is.
kind of.
You're a bit far out here, I will say. But we were in the area, so we decided to come by and help out.
Well, I've already made a contract with the local inn that when when the mercenaries we arranged to get here, that you would have free board with them.
Oh, wow, lovely.
So if you just join me, I'll let's get you settled in. I'm sure. Look, the sun's already getting ready to set.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. The road's been long and rather rough.
She'll happily kind of come out with a mousy logbook and kind of tour you across the small little quaint town. It's old stone buildings standing strong, with quite a difference though to what you see is almost like the remnants of what would have been wooden structures on the outside of the town that are pretty much just ruins at this point. But she seems in high spirits as she takes you to the local tavern. The Old Inkwell being its name.
I like that name.
Wait, is this a tavern or a library?
Why not both? Could be both.
That'd be strange.
Just a tavern.
Oh, okay.
A long time ago, this town used to be quite famous for, well, quite a lot of the literary arts. So it was fitting at the time. There was a lot of scroll creation around here.
Really? I'm actually a creator of scrolls myself. I'll have to look around and see what is remaining of that culture.
Too much now, but the local library and the magic shop have still got some remnants of it.
I'll certainly take a look into it.
Ooh, where's the magic shop?
Down that road, when you see the well, take a right, and then you'll see another building with a well outside of it. It'll be that one.
Well, I know what I'm doing in the morning.
For now, let's go and get you checked in. And since you've done such a wonderful job, how about I get you all a round of drinks?
Sure.
Lovely.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
Also, because now I'm trying to remember if it's a skill. Sense motive. Is she glad the fact we're here?
Yes, she totally is. She is 100%. She's the most genuine person I have ever met.
Damn it. Like, surely somebody can't be that happy to watch a bunch of people like just wander into town. How bored are you?
Very.
I mean, do you see this town? It's a little podunk town in the middle of nowhere. They barely have a
Isn't
guard.
throw rocks, Bigby, the most enjoyable pastime of all.
Or hit a wooden hoop with a stick. Oh God, that could entertain me for hours.
Okay, she's a bookworm though.
Go just dig up a book. This Animal Crossing. Just unearth an entire library and it's in the form of a leaf.
In my mind, she's a Kaith who's trapped in a podunk town and is dying.
Probably accurate.
Ah.
Or
before I go, I can't say I'm familiar with this place, Nicola. However, we did find something else on the way here. You wouldn't happen to be familiar with the symbol. Kaith casts prestidigitation and creates a symbol of that tattoo that we saw.
Peers over. Pauses for a brief moment before nodding strongly.
Oh,
Blackwatch Tower. Well,
told you.
well, not just Blackwatch Tower. Admittedly, it's technically a. So that symbol. It's kind of. How do I put it?
it's necromancy, so it's a little bit.
So Blackwatch Tower. It's the. Actually, you might even be able to see it from here, all the way over there, many miles away, many miles on the other side of the wall.
Oh,
You can just kind of just barely see that little tower poking over the horizon, just barely.
yes. Kaith cannot see it.
Even those of you with good perception would struggle to see it. It's very far off. You know, like the only reason it's physically possible to see is because how tall the tower is.
Yeah.
Well, so that is Blackwatch Tower. It is it's actually a really good academy to learn in. Though its best department is its necromancy one, which not everyone appreciates, but given the local environment, it makes sense. But regardless, they that marker belongs to that of one of the I guess clubs might be the correct term for it. Yeah, I guess club. It's quite an old one.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Do they have any communication with this town? Like a missing persons list? Unfortunately, the way we found this symbol it was on a lone corpse out in the woods on the way here. Just so we can report a missing person. See if anyone's looking.
Well, the guard captain would know more, but I don't know of anyone from there.
Shame. We'll look into it. We're going to
Well,
be in the area for a while.
You get students stopping here on their way if they're going south to the place.
That might have been the case. Still, we're going to be in the area for a while. We'll see if we can figure out anything else from it.
Sure.
Still, that was a rather heavy subject. Thank you for bringing us to the tavern, and thank you for the round of drinks. This is fantastic.
As Nicola cheerfully gets you all of your room keys and pays the bartender to serve you all a nice round, because honestly, you need it. You've been on the road for so long. You get an actual bed tonight?
It's fantastic. It's great.
Be slip on the floor.
There is a lot of wizard-like iconography in this place, though. A lot of wizard iconography.
It's also great. Any of it that I would recognize?
That you recognize. But none of it's particularly too spectacular, but it's still interesting regardless.
Rather famous mages, people who invented stuff.
All the rooms actually have some books in them to read if you're interested.
Oh,
Yay.
yeah.
Particularly interesting. Some of them are like, oh, this is a book on wizard economics. But there are books. There's a couple of storybooks as well and other things. You know, just a collection of things.
Wizard unionization? Transmute your paycheck?
No, Keith.
Transform the means of production?
Or less, Keith. Sideline.
I'm sorry. No.
The thing is, sideline, if we were talking the Transmutation Academy, you'd be right.
The necromantic unionization book. Raise your negotiating power.
Now I just want to see Keith go to the actual Illusion Academy in itself. That's where we will mostly close up this session. So thank you for coming for the first session of what will be a couple for this. It's not going to be a super long arc, but it'll be a couple of sessions still. But for now, that is the first part of Broken Vows, Wounded Claws. You all got into character.